In this video, we'll be looking at the if function. In this example, we will be dividing the groups of family income based on the income level. If the family is earning $2,000 or less, they will be in tier 1. $2,001 or more, they will be in tier 2. So let's take a look at the first family. First, we'll have the if statement. The logical test is the test that we need to check using the relational operators. We will be checking on the family income, which is $3,200, if it is lesser than 2001. If it is true, they will be in tier 1. If it is false, this family will be in tier 2. Click OK. Looking at this, 3,200 is definitely more than 2001. Now let's repeat for the second family. Find the if statement again. Do a logical test, this time around for cell B8, lesser than 2001. If it's true, it's in tier 1, else it'll be in tier 2. By right, it should be in tier 1. And yes, it is true. We can do this one by one, or we can drag down the formula to complete it. And that is how if function is being used. Now, let's try again using the if function for this particular table. Students who are in the module A will go into the purple class, module B into the orange class, and module C into the yellow class. Let's start with the first student, if. Let's test for the module. If the module is equals to A. Now A is a text, you will need to use the two inverted commas. If it is true, this student is supposed to go into the purple class. Notice the two inverted commas. If it's false, the student will go into the orange class. Click OK. Now let's drag this function down to the last student. The first two students are in module A, so they are in the purple class. The next few students are in module B, orange class. However, if you look at this student, he is in module C. He should be in the yellow class. And this problem also occurs for two other students. So how do we rectify this so that these students will be assigned to the correct colored class? This is where we are going to introduce to you the concept of nested if. The normal if will only have two options, but using nested if, we will have three options to include yellow. In this if operator, it only checks for module A. It did not check for module B or module C. So what we need to do now is, we need the if statement to check for module A and module B. Reason behind is because we have a module C, which is the yellow class. So now, when you put orange here, as long as it's not module A, it will be stated as orange. And this is not true for module C. We need to delete this orange and put in another if statement to check for module B. So if, open up a bracket, I7 equals to B, to check for module B. If it is true, we'll type in orange. And if it's false, it will be yellow. Remember to close the bracket. Now at this point of time, this if is called a nested if. There is an if within an if function. The first if checks for module A. The second if checks for module B. Since we only have 3 options, we only need 2 if statements. Now let's press enter and see what will happen, and drag down this function for all other students. Now you will notice that for our module C has changed to the correct color, which is yellow.